Hey guys, welcome to the last 2 weeks of school for this school year. If you take a look at the calendar here for May, today we are at Monday, May 11th. So we have 4 days of school this week, Monday through Thursday. And then next week, you will not have any math to complete. It is awards day, so if you're getting an award from a teacher for having the highest grade for the first 3 semesters, or an award for digital learning for doing a really good job with that. Any kind of award, there's going to be a video that is streamed for you to watch on Monday. Everybody's able to watch that video. So you don't have any math to do next Monday because that is awards day. Just like if we were at school, we would all be going to awards day. And so then you will have work to do Tuesday and Wednesday. And then Thursday is the last day of school. And so there'll be kind of a different activity to do that day. So we're going to handle the next 2 weeks a little bit differently. And you are going to have this tic-tac-toe choice board in your Google Classroom every day. Or at least on those 6 days that you have assignments to do. So for today, what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to choose one of these 9 assignments to complete. It's your choice. So when we looked at the calendar, you only have 6 days that you have to do work from that choice board, and there are 9 choices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, no work on Monday, 5, 6, and then there'll just be a little reflection question in Google Classroom or an activity to do on the last day of school for Thursday. So from that choice board, you're going to look for an activity that you're going to complete on these 6 days. So remember, no work here and something different in Google Classroom here. So as you're looking at this board, here it is. As you're looking through this board, you are going to complete 6 of these 9 activities. And so each one has a hyperlink to a web page where you can complete an activity. So, say for example, you want to do this 2-step linear equations activity. You'll click on it. It'll take you to the website, and you can work on these problems. Say you think, well, maybe I'll try that one, and then you get here and you're like, I don't think I feel like doing that one. You can choose to skip that one, because remember, you only have to do 6 of the 9. Let's take a look. So, like I was saying, if you got in and you said you didn't want to try that one, then you could go and you could look at this one. And this one is about classifying angles as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. If you don't remember the definition of some of those, you can always Google it since you don't have your math journal. And so say, for example, you're like, okay, I like this one, so you could complete this one tomorrow. So then on Tuesday, you'll pick one of the other activities to do. The activity number 3 is combining like terms. Number 4 is a combining like terms matching activity. 5 is an order of operations game. We've played that one in a Math Power Hour if you were in the order of operations group. It looks a little bit different. It's kind of a fun game. You choose your character. You can either be Sir William or Dame Gwendolyn. You choose that, and then you have to just follow the directions on the screen. So the hardest part about that one is understanding where to start that game, and that's right there where you choose your character. That's the order of operations game. Add and subtract like terms. Looks like this. Sometimes you may want to sign in. It may make it to where it's a little bit easier. And if you have to sign into one of these, always just use your school Google login. and just sign up like that if you want to sign in. A lot of them let you do it without it. But remember, if it wants you to sign in and Google's a choice, always use your Google login, and it'll make it a little bit easier. So that's that game. Then there's an angles activity here. It looks like it's that same website. What's the value of the missing angle? And remember, we're using the rules for complementary, supplementary, vertical, and adjacent. Remember, complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Vertical angles are across from each other, and they are congruent. That means the measure is the same for both angles. If one's 78 degrees, the other one directly across of it is directly across from it is congruent. And so vertical angles, that would make the other one 78 degrees. And adjacent angles are next door neighbors. And they share a common side, or this ray. So, for example, this angle right here would be complementary. These two are complementary because this indicates right here that it's a 90-degree angle. So these are two add up to 90 degrees. That means they're complementary. They are also adjacent. That means they're next door to each other because they share this common ray right here. So remember those rules. And that one should be fairly straightforward. You can use a calculator. And then these last two kind of go together. They're a Desmos activity. We've done, I think, 1 or 2 Desmos activities. You click on it, enter your class code to join. So you'll just join right there. Sign in with Google. And it may not let me show you correctly because it may think I'm a teacher. Okay, enter your name. It went ahead and picked it up. And so a lot of this is just going through and reading what it says. You're not really learning new math. It's just kind of reading a story to you about circumference. And every once in a while it might ask you a question. And so just do your best. You're just being graded that you have done the activity. So this is a story, and it kind of talks about the circumference of the earth. So these activities, there's a part 1 and a part 2. So if you choose to do those 2 as part of your 6 activities, that's okay. Just make sure you do them in the right order. So if I were to choose part 1 today for Monday, then tomorrow on Tuesday I might want to do part 2. So again, it's your choice. You only have to pick 6 of the 9. Don't do them all in one day. They should take you maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And then when you're done, you need to fill out the Google form. That's going to look like this. And so you'll put your last name here, and then your first name. Tell what block you're in. Tell what activity you did. So this is the form for Monday. So what activity did you do today? And then list a math problem you solved today with the correct answer, or one thing that was important for the activity. So if you did the first problem that was 2-step equations, or you did the first activity that was 2-step equations, you could list a problem that you did with the correct answer. That just lets me know that you did that activity. So make sure that you're paying attention with whatever you do. Whichever activity you do, write down something so that you have to enter it here on this check-in form. If I were to do the activity that was about angles, I might say that complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. So that's one thing that was important to know for that activity. So what we're looking for here is that you can tell us either a problem and the correct answer for something that you did today, or you can tell us about a vocabulary word, or the Desmos activities, you can tell us about circumference, or something, just a notable fact. So as you are doing the activity, make sure that you write down something so that you have that to put in here. That is required. You'll see that the little button is marked right here for required. You can't submit it without completing that. And that's all you're going to do. So Oh, that says I didn't change that. Let me fix that while we're right here. Check. All right, it's fixed. So each day you will go to Google Classroom. You will click on the choice board. You'll choose one activity to do. You'll work on that for 15 or 20 minutes, and then you fill out the check-in form telling all of the information and telling which activity you did on that particular day, and tell us something about the activity that you did. And so that is going to, that choice board will work for all 6 of those days on the calendar. So every day you'll just go to Google Classroom just like usual, and it will tell you, it will show you the choice board again every single day, and there will also be a check-in form for every single day. So these 6 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those 6 days will be the days that you use that choice board for. Again, no math on the 18th, and there'll be something a little bit different on the very last day of school. If you've got any questions, send an email or post in Google Classroom. If you find a link that is not working, please let me know and I'll go in and look at it. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell if it's a good website or activity for you because I'm not using a Chromebook. I tried to stay away from anything that used Flash because Chromebooks don't have Flash. So if you run into something that is not working, the link's not working, or the web page won't work on a Chromebook, just email me and let me know, and I will update the choice board. If you've got any questions, let me know. Bye-bye.